Woo!
You ready? First of all, I just want to say this is very ghetto because it's supposed to be 4 the people here and it's only 3. This is very unprofessional.
I mean, but this is right on. This is right on par for us.
That's what I just found out. This is not acceptable on my show. Let me tell you that right now.
You hear that, Carl? Deb says she want a tight ship.
He knows.
Together.
He's like, this is how we do. Are we live?
You're live, yeah.
And we're talking like this?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh, we don't do that on my show.
We got hot mics.
Oh my god! Tell me when I can start.
You can start whenever you want.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sports Hit List. This is the show for the fans, by the fans.
By the fans, for the fans. Get it right.
Well, who has a tagline that's that long? This is the show for the fans, by the fans, and I'm Deborah Voltaire Calanche. And today we're going to be talking about the NFL draft. Travis, who do you?
How you doing, Deb? Hold on, lost my audio. Can you hear me?
Next. I don't know him.
Charlie
with my finger.
Hello. I'm hyped. We're only 2 hours until the first pick is announced.
For football?
I'm waiting for this whole day. Yeah.
Listen, are you done now? Because
all right.
I need to get my show on the road.
Well, good luck on the show today, guys. You kill it. You guys
Deb,
are.
I'm still waiting for my invite to the Deb show. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
The B show. I ain't get an invite yet.
What is this?
Right, we ain't getting no invites to the B show yet.
Connection is bad. All right.
Oh wow!
Can you
see how it is?
Watch my. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Watch
about
the
that.
B show. It's 6:00 on Thursday.
Okay.
I ain't get an invite yet.
Okay.
Have your people call my people.
Okay.
Copy.
And my guy Carl has on the Giants gear. He's hyped.
Listen, how you guys doing? So we got this show on the road. Sorry about my wife. She wanted to continue on her show. I told her she had to give up the time, but thank you guys for being nice and cordial to her. I'll take care of that later on and interrupt her. But before we even talk about the draft, clearly what's going on right now is Aaron Rodgers of the talk. I have a belief that this was news before, and it's just, for me, everything in the media is about timing. Timing is so key. Anything that we notice that happens in the media, you always wonder why it happens at time. How convenient is it that 3 to 4 hours before the draft, this Aaron Rodgers news is breaking? Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, again, to a normal person who doesn't know how the media circuits work, they're like, oh my God, wow. But how convenient is it that this news is going to break right now? Chuck, do you agree with that? Wouldn't you say so?
I mean, yes, I do agree with it, but this, if you're a football fan, you know that this has been brewing for a long time, and it was not a matter of if it will happen or when it will happen. When will Aaron Rodgers ask to be cut, released, traded, whatever? And lo and behold, 3 hours before the draft, here we are. We're already getting reports from Rappaport, Schefter. You know, he wants to go to Denver, Las Vegas. Shout out to Manny Schefter. Maybe even San Francisco, who passed on him for Alex Smith many, many moons ago. So I'm hyped. This is great.
Listen, I'm going to come out here and say something that's going to be controversial. But according to my sources and what I'm reading out there in the world, and I'm going to put this in the hit list streets, could the New York Jets pull off something else again that they did with Brett Favre, bringing over Aaron Rodgers? Could he be the savior and trading their number 2 pick for Aaron Rodgers? MVP or former MVP, Mr. Paul.
Carl, stop giving these people this false hope. Why you do that to them?
I'm just saying, listen, it's not crazy. It's not crazy to believe that.
Hope can be paralyzing, and you out here paralyzing Jets fans.
Sources.
Stop that.
I can't release my sources,
right?
but would that be could that be a possibility? Paul, we haven't seen you in a while, my brother. Am I crazy enough to say that Aaron Rodgers, the bad man, could end up in New York for that number 2 pick? Is that crazy to believe?
It is crazy to believe, Carl. And let me tell you why. It's not crazy. First of all, pause for a second. Brothers, my cousins, excuse my French on the national air, excuse my French to the kids, but I miss y'all motherfuckers.
listen. The Joe Budden podcast, they back together. Look at us. We back together now. Look at that.
Answer your question, brother. Do I think I'm going to give you guys an explosive hot take because that's what I do, all right? I am a hot take giver, a bar spitter, and that's what I do, all right? Aaron Rodgers at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time will be a San Francisco 49er. Not for the number 2 pick because nobody is moving a number 2 pick in the draft, right? For a 40-year-old quarterback, that's crazy. What I could see transpiring, I can see Aaron Rodgers being dealt to San Fran and John Lynch today. It will include a future first-round draft pick, maybe next year, the year down the road. It will include probably a 2 and a 3. It might even include a physical player, right? I can see that transpiring. Or when I can see with that number 2 pick, San Francisco then moving back with all the thirsty guys out there and reloading with more draft picks. And what you come away with by the end of the 2021 NFL draft is Aaron Rodgers, superstar, right? He still was great last year. 3 additional high caliber athletes that they're going to get probably in rounds 1, 2, and 3 from acquiring picks to go with hopefully a healthy Super Bowl nucleus that will include Joey Bosa and all of those guys back, which to me, I'm not sure outside of, again, as you know, I can no longer bet against Tom Brady. I will never do that again in life. I'm not sure there's a team that could probably run with San Fran in the NFC. You know, that's just that's my hot take.
So Travis
to California tonight.
So Ray Jarvis said the same thing before earlier on the depth show. He believes Rodgers could be moved to the 49ers, and that's a guaranteed that they go to the Super Bowl. Do you believe that's the case here?
Well, first let me start from the original.
Oh, Trav got a mic now?
Right, we do. We've
stepping up in the game, baby.
We've upgraded. I couldn't be more proud.
Baby. We ready.
Listen, I am so proud.
Look at that to Greg, bro. He be on
listen,
Paul,
listen, I am so proud.
We still earpiece. We still Bluetooth out here. You know,
listen, I almost shed a tear when I saw the microphone. I'm like, wow, my man got a mic now. And I'm like, wow, I am so proud of him for that.
Absolutely. You've literally elevated the standard for the guys in the sports hit list.
I'm trying. I'm trying out here. Listen, we got so many shows. Got a show. Deb got a show. Yeah, we tried out here.
Elevating you're just raising the bar and moving the needle. Dude.
I'm trying. Right. Listen. I got some surprises for the rest of 2021. I'm working diligently and very hard to get us to that next level. I'm working out here in these streets. But Travis, go ahead. You said you were going to answer my first question about the Jets.
Like you said, you think this was all, part of the NFL, the
narrative.
Machine.
Listen.
But no,
it's about the narrative.
I partly agree with you, but I think there was a trigger to this. I think, I don't know if it was yesterday or earlier today where the rumor came out that the San Francisco 49ers, they made a call to the Packers to see, to gauge what it would take to get Aaron Rodgers. And I think once that broke, I think Aaron Rodgers' camp said, okay, all right, y'all want to tell them no? Well, I'm going to call you bluff. Because according to my sources, apparently the Packers told, the Packers told Aaron Rodgers that they were going to trade him this offseason, but I guess they backed off from that. And so now he's a little pissed off. And if anything we know about the past few years about Aaron Rodgers, he's not the one. He's not the one to be messed with around here. Remember that? We've all watched The Real World back in the day. Remember when they used to say
Declan wasn't even born yet, bro.
Right. when the intro used to say when things stop getting nice and things start getting real. Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers is that one. Because for years, we've always hated that these quarterbacks, they get up to the podium, they give us, the PC QB talk. Aaron Rodgers is not that guy. I don't know who posted it in the chat. Was it Greg? Aaron Rodgers don't talk to his own mama.
He's getting the Twitter wars with his brother.
I don't know the full. Hold on. I don't know the full story behind that, but I don't even think it was about money. Because usually when high-profile people fall out with their family, it's about money.
Hey, Trav, I don't even talk to my own mama. All right.
All right, Paul. Come on. First of all, Paul. First of all, Paul, hold on. Mother's Day is coming up. Give her a call.
Hey,
Stop
I got
playing.
a wife with 2 kids. Mother's Day is lit.
Okay, but I know, but still, at least give yours a call, okay? But as I was saying, but
Travis out here be talking over Paul. The last thing he needed was a mic, man.
Right.
I know.
The fact that Aaron Rodgers won't talk to his own family, you think he not gonna play around with the Packers?
Here's what I'm gonna say. Let me
It
push
was a
back.
wildfire in Los Angeles, and he still wouldn't talk to his mother.
So
exactly.
The only thing, let me tell you why I'm with Ray Jaw, my brother, on this. Let me tell you why. We all seen how passionate A-Rod was with hosting Jeopardy. He literally approached that like he probably does final walkthrough on Friday when they go over final film for the pregame strategy, right? So being in California obviously brings you closer to your outside journey, which we've started to see the transition in every sport, right? We've seen guys like A-Rod want to be in a city like New York, not because of the compensation. He's going to get paid anywhere he goes, but for everything else he was able to accomplish off the baseball field. We see it with LeBron James in California, and the list will continue to go on, right? The other thing I'm going to throw at you, you could say Aaron Rodgers don't talk to his own mama, so he don't play. But the reality is he gets paid to play football, right? He also is required to go out there and talk. He can't demand a trade. If he sits out, he doesn't get paid, right? He gets fined, actually. He then pays Lambeau, right? So we know he's not going to do that. A-Rod.
Wait, are we? Are we sure he's not going to do that?
I'm absolutely positive. Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady, has probably one of the biggest chips on his shoulder. Even bigger than these, baby. I've been in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the shenanigans are all-time high right now, man.
He moved down to Florida and get brand new. He got extra time on his hands.
I know. Got me doing push-ups, baby. You know what I'm saying? So even Aaron Rodgers has a chip on his shoulder. You think he took it lightly losing to Tom Brady in Lambeau? Not a chance, bro. This team, they believe me, they talked about, they drafted my replacement. We know he never got over that. He's an emotional guy, right? Your guy from the NFL was on this show and was spitting, right? The guy that did the interviews from, I think he was from Buffalo or one of these networks, but the guy was really good. These guys had on, they interviewed live, right? So the chip on Aaron Rodgers' shoulder is similar to Brady's. I can walk away, be brought in by a team that literally values my asset, right? Values what I'm willing to bring to the table and thinks I'm the guy that can get them to the next level. He wants to prove that, bro. So to Jar's point, you get rid of Jimmy G and put in A-Rod, they might not lose a game. Maybe one, because the NFL is hard to go undefeated, right? There's always going to be that trap game, against the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, or Kyler Murray doing something crazy, at the end. That happens in the NFL. It's a very competitive sport, the most competitive in the world. But I could honestly, truly see A-Rod. I mean, why not Vegas? Shit, I would go to Vegas. I mean, in a dome, right? West Coast again. Your drive away from California to do Jeopardy in your off time. I'm just saying, bro, life is good on that side. It's boring in Wisconsin. Who wants to be there?
He probably don't. He don't live there in the off season.
He wants to go to Cali during the bye week.
So Declan, do you agree with Paul? Could you see him in San Fran, or is there another option right now? And also, does he get moved tonight, given the fact that we're about an hour and a half away from the draft?
Yeah, I mean that's the question, whether he gets moved. As far as it being hot and unseen for him to go to San Fran, I totally agree with Paul. I think that. First of all, he's come out. We've gotten the reports that he's wanted to go to San Fran. That's the list. I mean, let's just be real for a second. He's wanted to go to San Fran since before he was even drafted. I mean, we all saw the draft day clips. He takes it personal there. It's his hometown essentially. Another Jeopardy thing. Obviously, they shoot Jeopardy in LA, California, or wherever they shoot it. I know it's in Cali. I'm not sure whereabouts. But San Fran makes the most sense. That's where he wants to go. It's not a secret. That just seems to be where the chips will fall if he does get moved. Now, it's a story that's just starting to brew. We've seen guys request trades that are still on their team, respectively. So, again, I agree with Paul. I don't even think he's going to sit out. I agree with everything he said. I don't think he's going to sit out, and if he goes anywhere, I think it'll be San Francisco. This idea that he's going to the Raiders, why would he want to go there? They traded away their whole offensive line. It would be nothing besides, geographical location. And I heard Denver being floated around. That could work. John Elway loves the elderly quarterbacks, but I don't think that overall that would work, considering they're not really a win-now team. But Rodgers can make them that. But it's a very tough division. Why would you want to go against Mahomes? So I think San Fran makes the most sense.
But, Carl, let me just drop this bar in it. There's a new development that came up from the P-Rod Stakes. That's me, Paul Rod. Aaron Rodgers doesn't even have a no-trade clause. So while we think valuably,
it's crazy because
Hey, what's up, little man?
Man? The little homie. All right. So check this out. Aaron Rodgers can be dealt anywhere in the world. So San Fran, him saying he wants to be in San Fran, obviously that raises the price, it ups the ante. But the reality is, Atlanta could swoop in and snap him. The Chiefs, it doesn't matter. Any team in the world can go get him, is my point. So will I be shocked if the Rams jump in? Not a chance. I could see anybody do it. Who you want, Matt Stafford or Aaron Rodgers? And you're talking about on a penny deal.
They already traded so many pieces, though.
And you're talking a penny deal because Green Bay is footing the bill. The team who gets him isn't, right?
I'll give him this. He can be traded anywhere simply for the fact that they have their supposed quarterback of the future on their roster in Jordan Love. So they wouldn't exactly be pressed to get up at the front of the draft there.
I've heard mixed reports on that.
You saw the quotation marks. I said suppose it. I said suppose it.
Tim Boyle. Who is Tim Boyle?
Sounds like an executive.
That's the starting quarterback if he gets moved.
Okay, guys,
they're gonna move to Jordan.
So Paul, yesterday I asked my panel if they're willing to bet their paychecks that the 1 and 2 picks in tonight's draft are guaranteed. So Chuck said he's willing to bet both of his paychecks is guaranteed. And Travis said he's willing to bet the side piece paycheck, which is the part-time job paycheck. This morning at 2:24 a.m., shout out to Greg Polius. He said he basically tweeted us that big surprise for tomorrow night. Fields is going 2, Wilson's going 3, and Salah to the 49ers talk before the trade and kept it between them. 49ers trade up during the Wilson Pro Day. So that was what should happen. So are you willing to bet your new Florida home on that the number 2, the 1 and 2 are guaranteed to go tonight? Are you willing to give us that bet?
So, do it, Paul.
Let me peel back some of these Band-Aids, right? Because it's a lot. Right? And I'm not talking Band-Aids from vaccination shots, all right? Greg Pauly should not be texting about draft stock at 2:24 in the a.m. Those are typing out for the adult ears, right? So that's going on. The second thing is, brother, my paychecks are too large to be betting on unknown draft warriors out there, right?
Especially the Jets.
I mean, Carl, this background is real, baby. You know what I mean? I can't come home tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, Trevor Lawrence is absolutely, positively the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Number 2, I'm going to say I'm unsure about. I'm 40% certain. I'm 40% certain.
Oh.
Now, I could see John Lynch doubling down for the future of the San Francisco 49ers because their core is still pretty young. Receivers are going to be studs. They're all under 23, right? They're going to find another running back in the draft, right? Don't be shocked if they slide up at the back end of round 1 to get Najee Harris or someone who fits that scheme brilliantly, or Travis Etienne. Running backs slip every day, right? We see it, right? So I'm not shocked at that. I could see them doubling down, still making a deal for A-Rod because, again, I think they're moving future picks, not current picks, and still take a quarterback number 2. And that's when the whole Zach Wilson thing becomes a thing, or the guy that no one really is talking about in Trey Lance, who I think might honestly be one of the – I got him as a 3rd most talented quarterback, but it's a sample size out of North Dakota State. Carson Wentz came out strong, but we've seen how he's kind of flustered. So I know in the back, even though you should never do that player to player from a scouting perspective, it's in the back of every franchise's mind. Do we want a guy like Carson Wentz on our team down the road? I say yes, but you never know. So with that being said, I'm 40%. So in the words of Shark Tank, for that reason, I'm out.
I remember Paul.
So Mike, turn your phone, bro, if you can hear me.
Hey, Mike, is that background real?
So Mike, so listen. I had to bring in another Jet fan real quick. I'm going to ask him the same question I asked Mike. Are you willing to bet your St. Francis paycheck that 1 and 2 are going to go guaranteed? Are you willing to bet your paycheck that that's going to happen tonight?
Well, first of all, we don't check pockets here, right, Carl?
No, we don't pocket watch.
I'm gonna tell you,
we're not worried how much it is. We just want to know you putting it up.
Yeah, we don't care how much it is. Are you willing to bet your paycheck that you're guaranteed that 1 and 2 are going tonight?
No.
Not good. You should.
No,
I do not.
No, we got doing paychecks.
I would not. Hold on. I would not be surprised if the Jets make a Jets move. I see them trying to be a now type team. They've always tried to do it.
So what are you saying?
Signings they've had.
So what are you saying? Are you saying Aaron Rodgers could potentially go to the Jets? Are you signing on that notion?
I think if they dangle it in front of Green Bay is going to pick up that phone and at least listen, because at least they could get a franchise star, young star, and the Jets would try to go for now and get a quarterback.
Are you being a delusional fan?
No.
Well, first of all, any team, any
smart,
realistic
fan to the Jets. I'm being a realistic fan.
Any smart front office is going to pick up. They're going to pick up the phone and listen. Any smart front office is going to pick up the phone. It's whether you make that action at this point. Well, I don't think the Jets make that deal.
I'll tell you this: if you're on that microphone, I'm not picking up the phone.
Like I said, any smart GM is picking up the phone.
Listen. If we're throwing in the Jets, why as well throw in the Giants, right, Declan? I mean, listen. If we're gonna start throwing in names and throwing teams, we might as well throw in the Giants.
They don't have the juice. They don't have the capital. They don't have it.
Or do they?
Let's just put this way. I'm going to put this into perspective for everybody. We thought Sam Darnold was going to be the next coming, right? We thought he was going to be the next star. He didn't. After 3 years, did not do well. We shipped him out. We said, all right, see you later. Now, we have somebody that is an all-star, an MVP, a superstar that is disgruntled on a team, just like with Brett Favre. Did the Jets make a stupid move signing Brett Favre? The amount of money they signed him, and he could barely play 2 seasons. He was doing more Wrangler commercials than games at that point. But
he's pretty upset.
Hold on. In Brett Favre's defense, he did take the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC Championship game. Maybe it was maybe it was just the Jets. Maybe it was just the Jets with their issues.
Okay. Chuck has been quiet, and I can tell by the distaste on his face. He's looking at Mike like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm going to lay it out. As Paul said, yes, A-Rod could go to San Fran, but they have to give up the number 3 pick because they don't have a number 1 next year. They traded it to move up. So they're going to have to give up the number 3 pick. Will Green Bay take that plus, I guess, roster players? That's what Green Bay needs to figure out for another 2 hours because that number 3 pick's coming up pretty soon. As for the Jets.
Could I ask you a question? When was the last time you seen a first-round draft pick traded on draft day for a quarterback? For any position. Forget just quarterback.
You mean after the picks were made or?
Randy Moss in his prime, right? We watched one of arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time, depending on how old you are, right? We watched Randy Moss get traded in his prime. For what? I think what was that, a 4th-round pick?
That's different. Everybody thought Randy was washed.
Yeah. Hang on.
I think that's a different situation.
Yeah, everybody thought Randy was washed at the time.
People don't treat receivers like they treat franchise quarterbacks.
We thought Oakland was washed, right? That's the problem.
Okay, but the consensus around the league was Randy was washed at the time.
Hang on. So to Mike's point, so we don't think Sam Darnold's washed. What did Carolina spend, since you're a Panthers fan, to get Sam Darnold?
Not much.
Exactly. We just watched Teddy Bridgewater, who showed he has plenty in the tank, get moved for a
6th-round pick.
Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Darnold aren't an MVP winning Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Matt Stafford went for 2 first.
38 years old.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's a great point, Chuck. First.
You get what I'm saying?
And they tried to get Rodgers before that. And
but again, it goes back to my original point in the beginning of the show. It's timing. that 3 hours before the draft, they're making this announcement. What do you think's gonna happen? Like, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Like,
I think it was the leak.
Right.
I think this was. I think Rodgers was the one that leaked this, and I think it was triggered by the report of how the 49ers reached out to the Packers to see if they could get a deal done. I think that's how this all triggered. Yes, because it's right before the draft, but I think it was the call from the 49ers to the Packers is what really triggered the outburst within the past 2 hours.
I'm so excited for draft night now.
Go ahead, Paul. Paul, go ahead,
I'm
sir.
not the host, but I'm going to give you a Jeopardy-style question for the panel out there. I won't answer. I'll try to shut up for this one. Who is the biggest spender on draft day? My answer would be John Gruden, right? Here's a guy who got paid $100 million to come back and revive the Raiders organization. There was no bigger splash out there than Aaron Rodgers. The fans think Manny Schefter will tell you it was Derek Carr, David Carr, whichever Carr it is. I think all of the Carrs are terrible, right? So the fans out there will say the quarterback position is what they need. It's proof, right? The proof is a great quarterback can fix offensive line issues. We watched Tom Brady do it his whole career, right? I mean, the good guys.
Tom Brady's offensive line was one of the better coached offensive line in the league.
Okay, so Paul.
And he gets the ball out there.
And we saw what, and yes, because hold on, I'll give you two. One, we saw what happened to Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but back to Tom Brady. Wait, before we get to that, I'm gonna get to the coaching part. We saw what happened when the Patriots offensive line coach retired. They got demolished by Denver. And what was the first move they made that offseason? They rehired that coach. That Patriots offensive line was about coaching. Because if you see a lot of them free agents, when they go to other places and get paid big money, they aren't that good. So we can't sit here and say Tom Brady didn't have good offensive lines going.
Let me ask it. What you know what? Let me ask this: are the Patriots in this Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes?
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Here he is.
Don't sleep on Bill. Don't sleep on Bill Belichick. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Bill. He is the guru with getting draft picks to use them later on.
So he's a king of trading down.
Picks in his pocket.
They don't have Aaron Rodgers ain't trying to go there. They don't have the picks. It wouldn't be a good fit.
Why wouldn't he go there? Why wouldn't he go there with that type of coach?
Personality-wise, do you not see the two? Have we not seen Aaron Rodgers at the podium?
Have we not seen Tom Brady on the sideline?
But the difference is, okay. So Travis, let me say this. So, but the difference is,
Tom Brady was willing. Go ahead.
But go ahead. Back to Paul's point about winning, right? And we all sat here right after the Packers lost, and we sat here and said Aaron Rodgers is that quarterback that didn't get there. He only has one Super Bowl. You have to sacrifice later on in your career to win. Would that not be a good formula, knowing that Bill Belichick is a winning quarterback, winning coach, to put him in the system?
First of all, I think it's safe to say that we've seen that after this year with Tom Brady winning down in Tampa, we see that the Patriot mystique is gone. Two, do we really see Aaron Rodgers going in there and conforming to the Patriot way? I don't.
Need to.
Is it his choice though? He doesn't have a clause.
This is short term.
Declan, what do you think? What do you think?
That I would think it would work. I just think overall he's going to want to go on the West Coast. I know he doesn't have no trade clause. I don't think that's a move that's going to – I mean, that would be a splash. I just don't see that happening. I think overall that team doesn't really have so much as far as San Francisco goes. And I really think that Bill Belichick is sold on Justin Fields, and he's going to trade up with Carolina to make that move today at 8.
And another point about we all think is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. Are we sure the Packers are going to want to trade within the NFC so Aaron Rodgers can come back there and beat their brains out? Are we sure that? I don't think they'll do that.
Why?
But they're going to roll with Jordan Love and Tim Boyle. Do they really expect to be where they were?
Why, Trav? Because the goal is to get the best offer you can get. I'm not saying.
But sometimes you don't. Sometimes when the ex breaks up with you, you don't want to be the same parties with her when she comes with her new man.
That's accurate.
You don't want to be there. You don't want to see that.
So Travis might have to deal with that tomorrow if his little side piece check doesn't work.
The Jets better act right.
Go ahead.
So let me ask this. So are we looking at if there was a trade with San Francisco, because everybody's talking about it being with San Fran, even though I'm telling Chuck it's going to be with the Jets, and even though he hates that. But if we're saying it's with San Fran, are they also trading Jimmy G? Are they trading Jimmy G to Green Bay and the third pick and other picks for A-Rod? Are we looking at something like that?
I would assume Jimmy G would be involved in that trade. I would assume
he might be. He might not. To answer,
you can't afford to keep them both. You gotta
No,
Chuck, what do you think?
They can eat the
keep
contract.
them both. They just
Chuck, what do you think? Charles, go ahead. Go ahead, Chuck.
I think a sleeper team could be Denver. They have the offensive pieces. They are loaded at wide receiver.
Loaded.
I mean,
And they're in the AFC.
Now, it will be interesting to see Rodgers go into a division with Mahomes and Herbert, but Denver makes a lot of sense. That's a team that's trying to win now, so...
Hey,
Do
Mike
you
Phillips.
agree with that, though? With them,
They got a
with them
solid
getting rid of-
defense.
when they just got
Hey,
Teddy?
Mike Phillips. Ray Jarvis just said you're the best Mike on the hit list. So just a quick shout out.
I appreciate you on that. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I do want to say, in regards to the fact that they just traded for Teddy Bridgewater, does that really make sense, or are they looking to just flip-flop Teddy Bridgewater at that point?
Teddy literally, Teddy's name.
No,
Teddy's name says it all. He's a bridge.
Hold on.
He's a
Listen,
bridge.
I'm tired of people sleeping on Teddy.
Exactly.
I'm tired of people sleeping on Teddy.
Bridgewater ain't that bad.
You know, Sam Darnold pushed him out
No,
twice.
I'm not saying he's that bad, but let's at this point he's on his 5th team. Let's call
He's
him
not
what
going to
he
make
is.
a
He's a
difference.
bridge.
He's not going to make a
He's a
difference
bridge.
if they make this
Here's the
trade.
thing. Here's the thing.
he's a
So
bridge.
you mentioned him in on his 15 is relevant to me, and I'll tell you why. Towards ACL, all right?
Okay.
Minnesota had to part ways. Fiscally,
Okay,
that
that's
was
one.
a smart decision to make. New Orleans, he played behind Drew Brees, and he did what he had to do, right? Didn't he go what
happened with the Jets?
5-1?
He was with the Jets at one point, wasn't he?
And he did well.
He did well with the Jets, though.
Okay, and then
Oh,
he was
wait,
with us.
who
And he
did
was
well
with
with
us
the
last year. What happened? We
How
went out
many
and
games
played
did
Sam
Mac
Darnold.
play? How many games
When
did
he
Christian
was there,
McCaffrey
he
play
did
last
well.
year? Christian
Hold on.
McCaffrey is the reason why people who were good in fantasy football didn't even make the playoffs. Let's just keep it real. He had no weapons.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, but we gotta sit here at this point and call Teddy what he's a bridge. He's not the guy. He's a bridge. He's
never
he's
played
good
a
enough.
game in
He's
New
good,
York.
Bridgewater.
right. He's good. He's good enough to keep you.
Okay,
he's
so-
good enough
okay,
to
guys.
keep you afloat.
Okay, so guys,
Why are we talking about Teddy Bridgewater 2 hours
according
before
to
the draft?
Chuck, according to CBS, CBS has 4 potential destinations, right? And basically they said we have right now.
Wait, don't Chuck work for CBS?
He does. So
Take that
according to
off.
them, they have the
He's
Denver
getting too much airtime.
They have the Denver Broncos at 4, Vegas Raiders at 3, the New England Patriots, and then the 49ers at 1. So the Patriots are in the mix. Again, the best landing spots right now. But then the question becomes, what do you do with Cam at that point in time? Like, what is he, a
Cam's
backup?
on a penny deal.
I was saying, do I got to be the one to say it? We all know everybody thinks I'm the Cam hater, but do I got to be one to say it?
Hey, go ahead, go for it, say it.
If Aaron Rodgers walked through that door,
I gotta say it. I'm the Cam hater.
Rocks. Like, no, because I'm considered the Cam hater, which I'm not.
Wait, Travis, he has to.
What's your beef with Paul's son? Can we just get that out in the open? I'm really sick.
Oh
of
no,
it. You're gonna hate on
that Cam is dope. That Cam is
Unbelievable.
dope. We talking
Unbelievable.
Catch that. That was a good one. That was good.
we talking about Cam Newton here.
Right, but Travis, what happens to Cam? He just packs up his locker and just knows it's over.
I think he fell asleep.
Sorry. All right, guys.
The
Before I
biggest
let you guys go,
Cam gets dealt, right? New England goes and gets more picks late in the draft.
I don't think anybody's taking that contract.
I think they just cut him.
No.
Okay.
The contract is peanuts, but who's gonna? I don't.
So before I let everyone go,
like $15 million.
Before I let everyone go,
he's making 14. Yeah. He's making 14. He's on a 1-year
Carl
14.
is
They're never
lucky.
gonna
it's not.
This is what always happens. Guys, before I let everyone go, just one bold prediction for tonight.
Let us go. We're not rocking out with the draft?
No, we're not rocking out with the draft. I got to go do a seminar for the young students for Mike Phillips. We're not rocking out with the draft. So before I let you go,
you can leave. I'll run it. I'll host it.
No, thank you. No. We will not let that happen. No, thank you. Not on my watch. A bold prediction for tonight. Knowing everything we know, heading into tonight, a bold prediction, knowing that Aaron Rodgers is on the table, everything we know leading up to this draft. What is your bold prediction that's going to shock the world that can happen tonight? Paul.
He gonna come with me first. All right, bro. Mike got my head spinning with the Jets thing, and I agree. However, my bold take: Russell Wilson gets dealt today out of the clear blue skies. When they dropped that article yesterday talking about the Seahawks and Wilson are in great shape, I immediately said, Cap, I think Russ gets dealt today.
Mike, bold prediction for tonight with everything you know heading into the draft.
Everything I know heading into the draft. I'm gonna call out Declan's show. It's Smokes and Mirrors, because at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers won't be dealt.
Aaron Rodgers will not be dealt. Travis, bold prediction, man, for tonight. It's everything you know, because yesterday we had a show.
Go Mikey with the shout out.
Something happened in 24 hours. With everything you know and your sources, a boldest prediction going into the draft.
Bold prediction is that the New Orleans Saints make a big blockbuster trade to move up in this draft. I have no idea whether they go for a quarterback, but they're going to make a move, I think. I doubt they sit still in that first round. The move
might be Michael Thomas.
That's possible. They could take. I feel like they could take the guy.
And wait, and can we call out the boneheads of the Eagles real fast? How y'all trying to?
Don't even waste energy on it. Don't even waste.
I know, but I just got to know how you trying to trade back into the top 10 when you was already there. What are y'all doing out there? Y'all was already there. Why are you trying to get back in the club?
They said it was Doug. It's still Howie.
Okay, we got Glenn Ford in the comments. Shout out to him. He said Julio Jones gets traded tonight. That's his bold prediction.
No, too much. The cap hit. It can't work with the cap hit. He has to be traded after June 1st or July 1st.
Chuck, I don't even think they'll move him.
Chuck, boldest prediction for tonight with everything you know.
I got two. Mike, I will reassure you the Jets will not be trading for Rodgers. Zach Wilson will go 2. My bold predictions are Trey Lance goes 3 to San Francisco, and the Jets end up tonight having 3 first-round picks.
Declan,
wait, do we get Najee Harris?
No.
Nah, they need linebackers.
Oh, never mind. I thought we put Lil Cam to sleep for a minute.
We have another bold prediction. Pete says Dallas gets Pitts. That's his bold prediction.
No. Peter, go sit down.
Go sit down.
Paul is absolutely correct. Najee would.
I got one more bold take from my Cam. He got a bold take. See,
what he said?
Cam got a bold take.
He said it's nap time. He said it's time to go to bed. Look at him. He knocked out.
You guys made my head spin for just about 30 seconds. Ray Jarvis, my brother, if you're out there listening from the floss, Saquon Barkley gets dealt today. That's my bold pick.
Oh my God. No way.
Okay,
now we just talking nonsense.
Declan, what's your boldest prediction for tonight? Boldest prediction, Declan. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, I gave you a bold one with Belichick trading up to 8 to get Justin Fields. This Giants pick is going to get really interesting. Whether they go to add wide receiver depth, it's not really a need, but it could be a really nice piece for DJ. If you're
it's a need. It's a need.
I wouldn't say it's a need. They got Kenny Galladay.
You need it. Oh, I forgot about Kenny Galladay. I forgot about him.
They got Kenny. They spent money on the position. Now here's the thing:
6 games.
Micah Parsons as a linebacker, I think he'll be off the board, but that might be a pick they go with. But now I'm really starting to get these wheels turning. You look at the Giants and you say, who are the 2 most important players on that team right now? And the answer is Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. And what position is going to help them the most in a make-or-break year for DJ? It's got to be offensive tackle. Slater's going to be out
tackle?
No, I can see them taking the kid out of USC if that's the case, because he can play guard.
Absolutely.
He can play guard.
Tell him no.
So go ahead, Declan. What's your boldest prediction? Go ahead.
You can move Slater to guard if you need one. Or, I mean, let's be honest, Andrew Thomas might not be it. You can put him at right tackle. Christian Darrisaw, that might be a Gettleman-type pick. He should probably go in the late teens, early 20s. He could pull a rock with that one. I want to know what Chuck thinks about the offensive line for the Giants one. Giants there. But also, I rocked the headband in honor of – because I knew Chuck would be very excited for Zach Wilson. You know, he put the Mormon Mahomes hashtag. But I'm not going to let that overshadow.
I'm buying into the hype. I have to. I have no.
Listen, Chuck. If they don't draft him, I'm calling you first on speed dial. I'm going to be like,
I will be there. I'll be ready for the FaceTime.
All right, cool.
I may be rocking a headband in honor of Zach Wilson going to the Jets, really just for my boy Chuck. Justin Fields is the pick there. If they can ever make that move, I think that'd be huge for the Jets. They probably won't. Glenn Ford says Sue will fall to double digits. I think the Bengals, voice crack. I got so excited because I was like, oh, then the Giants can get him. No, I think the Bengals will scoop him up. But yeah, those are, as far as my bold predictions, it'll be Belichick trading up. He's hungry. You know, obviously, it doesn't need to be stated anymore about how the Bucs won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Shout out to Rick, because I think the Dolphins is going to end up with Kyle Pitts. That's a match made in heaven for Tua. I hope it happens.
I think they get chased. I think Pitts goes forward to the Falcons.
All right, you guys enjoy the draft. We'll be flooding the chats. The Sports Hit List group I know will be lit. I'll definitely get a post there to get a thread so we can discuss what's going on. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Or you could just leave the show on and we can keep going.
Nah, we got.
Hold on.
I knew that's why he got the
No,
mic.
there's another show at 7. There's another show at 7. Thoughts, Declan, you have a final thought?
Yeah, Facebook literally kicked our whole live off when Rick had the soccer game in the background. You think they're going to let the NFL draft play?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't got to play. We can sit here and break down each pick and give our opinions. You know?
Listen, Travis, Smoke and Mirror covered unless they have a 2-hour or 3-hour baseball show for us tomorrow. So I don't know what they want to get going.
I mean, right? It's the day after the draft. I mean, we can talk about some draft.
Listen, I don't know who does your who does your booking, but I'm pretty sure Greg has a lineup of baseball ready to go for tomorroh. Unless you guys gonna do the draft.
We do not have a lineup of baseball. No way. No, we got NFL
April, bro.
NFL draft first half, I would say. And then maybe if there's time, unless there's anything.
And then some baseball, right? Right?
Maybe towards the end. I don't know. Well, listen.
Towards the end. I mean, an hour into the show, you mean?
Let's see what happens. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers gets traded, we might ask Errol for 2 hours tomorrow. I know it's his birthday. I don't know how he's watching the draft tonight. Happy birthday to him. But that's all I got to say. So,
all right, you guys enjoy the draft. I'll talk to you guys soon. Please make sure you check out the Sports Hit List by the fans and for the fans. Tomorrow's Smoke and Mirrors. You can catch that with Declan, Steph, and Greg at 1 o'clock. And make sure you check out all our content. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Later, Cam.
Later, people.
Have a good nap, man. I want to have a nap too.
Yo, he's knocked out.
He's out.
He's going to be up in 10 minutes because bedtime is at 8, B.
All right, guys. Take care.